Can I do?
I don't.
Hi there, it's Lori Seitz with Zen Rabbit, and I'm the person that people call when they are afraid to walk into a networking event and start a conversation with somebody they don't know, but they need to build business relationships for the success of their business or their career. And I'm down here in San Diego meeting with my peer strategy group. And last night, a bunch of us were out to dinner and we were talking about networking and building business relationships. And so my friend and colleague, Richard Chancy,
What's up?
said that he was talking about how he loves building relationships. The one important thing that he does to build business relationships in his in all of the businesses that he runs. So I'm going to ask him some questions. He's going to share some great information with you about something that you can do to make yourself more valuable in your business relationship. So Richard, tell me what was the thing you said that you always try to do?
Yeah, well, the big thing for me, when Lori asked me about this last night, the first thing I said was, "Man, I don't know if I'm very good at that." And then I started looking at my business and what's happened in my business the last couple of years, and the primary thing that I've done over the years is just develop great relationships. So if I had to quantify it, I would say really two things that you need to do is think quality over quantity. A lot of times, especially I've had several different careers in my life, one of them being in financial services. And when I was in financial services, I was trying to network with everybody instead of just finding a handful of people that were really great for my business to network. What we called them key referral centers, but finding really good people to network with and just a handful of them. In fact, you can't really manage more than about 4 or 5 quality relationships. So I would say number one is find some quality relationships and invest in them. And at the end of the day, you got to care about people. In fact, it's probably the secret sauce is probably caring about their success more than you care about your own. Because if you start with good material, right? So if you start with really good people that are valuable people that are out networking, and then you go and you find those people and you build a relationship with them and you just serve over time, that's going to pay off really well. And so when I look at my business, Lori, that's kind of what has happened.
Yeah, so there's two things in there that you might want to keep in mind is one, when you go to networking events, for example, you don't need to meet everybody in the room. It's not a contest of who meets the most people. It's can you find 2 or 3 or 4 people who would be really good connections for you. And once you meet a couple of people, you don't have to stay for the whole time. It's about meeting the good quality people as opposed to everybody in the room. And then what was the second thing you said?
Well, and just over serving them. In fact, what you said to just kind of key on that, it's possible that you already know everybody that you need to know. And it's possible that, so think about the people that you already know that are related to your business and who can you reach out to tomorrow and just say, hey, let's go and have coffee, and then sit down with them and think, okay, what can I do to serve this people? And start asking them, hey, who's your best client? What's an ideal client look like for you? What's the biggest problem that they have? How do you solve that? Get to know their prospect really well. And that way, when you bump into somebody, that person may not be a good lead for you, but instead of being out there just trying to generate leads for yourself, when you start generating leads for 4 or 5 or 6 people, all of a sudden everybody becomes a prospect. And when I'm pushing those leads over to people, there's a psychological law that's called the law of reciprocity.
Yes, I love that law. That's such a good law. So if you don't know what the law of reciprocity is, it's this like universal law. It's not like a sheriff's law or anything. It's not like law of Georgia. But it says that when you do something nice for someone, they are compelled to return the favor in some way. It's not even a conscious thing that they're aware of. They just feel it's a subconscious thing that they feel compelled to return the favor. So yeah, that's definitely.
And then just when you're finding those people and you're serving them that way, just overserve them and don't keep tabs, right? Always try to keep the balance in their favor, meaning you're serving them more than they're serving you. And so every time you sit down with somebody that might be a prospect for your business, be thinking through how can this person be benefited by knowing somebody else. In fact, I would say make it a goal to always be handing those people off.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what else? So that way, when you go to networking events, if you are feeling apprehensive about walking into that room, but in the back of your mind, you're thinking, okay, how can I maybe find some people that I can refer to someone else? Then you won't feel as self-conscious because you're not going to really be talking about yourself or trying to push your own agenda. You're looking for opportunities to be able to refer other people
Yeah.
to introduce other people. Yeah. So anything else you have?
No, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
So the one other thing I wanted to mention that is if you found value in what we're talking about here, there are a lot more tips and strategies in my book called How to Feel More Comfortable, Confident, and Courageous at Networking Events. And you can get that at, I'll put the link below, but you can get it at zenrabbit.com/book.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.